Hey guys, this is Jack with Guardian Games, and I have.
David Little.
And what'd you play?
I played Striker Draco at the Rosemont Regional and I'm getting second place.
Excellent. Let's see what you got.
For hand traps, I just played 2 Ash, 2 Nibiru. This deck can be a little bricky, so I need every card in my hand to do something. So we decided on playing the 2 Ash because we wanted something to stop engages, and then 2 Nibiru because it's basically the best hand trap. If you don't need it, you just pop it with Diagram or you discard it off of the Nightmare.
Okay.
And then 3 Ray, you have to play it. Some people play 2. We don't really get why. You win the grind games with 3 of it. And then 1 Ignis and then 1 Dynamite. This is the best one because you can make heat up with it. But this is good because you can summon it on your opponent's turn using a trap. Use its effect to activate another trap. And then pop this out of the way so you can still use your striker cards. So it gives another layer of interruption.
Okay. So none of the other ones would be very useful, like Majesty Maiden or nothing like that?
No, Maiden's not that great because you don't really want the monsters in your hand. You want the spells and traps because that's what makes it good.
Okay.
And then pretty much just spells for the rest of the deck. 3 Engage, 3 Area 0, 3 Shark Cannon. You have to play 3 now. It's how you make pushes for game because you can only play the 1 Widow Anchor. And then the 1 multi-roll, 1 Hornet Drones, and then 1 Hercules base. This helps in the grind game because if you're not playing against other striker decks, like Striker Orcus is like super easy to play against because you're basically just playing a mirror match with someone that just picked up the deck because they always link summon Kagari, which means that you don't need Hercules base at all because you can just loop their Kagari like 3 or 4 times. Like they're not going to win through you just constantly having Kagari every turn.
So no Eagle Booster? I've seen some lists play that, but...
Eagle Booster isn't very good because you only need it in the Striker Mirror, but if it's a Striker Mirror, you should probably just beat them because you're playing the Draco cards.
Makes
Draco
sense.
cards are really good in the Striker Mirror.
Cool. So is that all the spells?
That's all the Striker spells.
Gotcha.
For the Draco spells, 3 Diagram, 2 Heritage, and then 2 Disciples. Played 2 and 2 of these just because this is basically an upstart every turn. If you have Diagram, this lets you recycle everything. They give you a really good grind game. And these with the traps, the 2 Draco traps turns multi-roll into you can't respond to spells and I get a pop a card. And they just let you make big pushes for game with all the Draco cards and just constant advantage through these. The other spells I play are just consistency spells of Set Rotation, Terraforming, Upstart, and Rhoda. Set Rotation is probably the best card in the deck and is the reason why I would play this version. Because Set Rotation, if you have, let's say, a Heritage or a Disciples in your hand, you give yourself Diagram, you give them Area 0. Diagram pop your spell, and then to add Heritage, and then the spell you just pop to pop the Area 0. You get a Ray, and then you get a draw 1 off of Heritage. So Set Rotation is really good in this deck. You need to play the rest of these cards so there's free spells for Engage, which is the main reason why this deck is good, because you just get a bunch of free spells for no reason, a bunch of the free advantage.
So you were never fighting to try and get 3 spells in grave, you just always had it?
Yeah, basically. If
Excellent.
you saw your engine, like, you got 3 spells in grave, really easy through most of your cards. Then the 2 Apocalypse. This card is good for... I think I only summoned once on my opponent's turn, probably... I summoned probably 2 or 3 times throughout the entire regional. In testing, it was really good. And just being able to pop this off of Diagram or multi-roll to clear a monster is really good, especially when you're attacking for a game. And then 2, there can be only 1. Oh, last spells in the deck, forgot these, was 2 Cyclone. I probably won't play these again. In theory, they were really good and we decided to play them, but after the regional, like, the Draco spells were basically just searchable versions of these.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it for the main deck, 40 cards.
Cool.
And then for the extra deck, 1 Kagari, 3 Shizuku, 3 Hayate, 1 Boss Monster, the best card in the deck.
Agreed.
This is the first time that we have ever played less than 2. The second one only came up once, and I had just put it back with Hercules base. Second one is cool for mind game because no one thinks that you're playing two. So if you use one just to gain life for whatever reason, they'll try to kill you the next turn, and you can just summon the second Kana. But only playing one was fine. Never really came up. I gained 1,400 life points off of Kana, so that was cool. Made the guy really salty. One Phoenix, one Unicorn, one Hida. Kind of want to play two of this. It comes up with playing Ignis. It's a really good card. One Ningirsu. We went into it 3 times this weekend, and it was game pretty much every time. One Clara. It's so that you can tribute summon your Ignis, attack over things, and then if you don't have access to your striker stuff, you can just make Clara, and then you get to draw 1 to 2 cards off a heritage, depending if you tributed a Draco spell or trap for it. And it's also not the Secret Village. That didn't come up, but like I think we summoned this once this weekend. It was okay. It could probably be pretty much anything else. One Boral Sword. Never summoned this card. I usually make it a point to summon it, like once a match at least. But like with the Draco cards, you just put big monsters on board anyway. So most of the time when you're killing them, it's with like a Widow Anchored monster, a Kagari, and then like 1 to 2 Draco monsters. So Boral Sword isn't as needed. And then a Bomber Dragon. Bomber was really good. It's just a big monster to link into. A lot of damage and can be interruption on your opponent's turn. The side deck. 2 Typhoon. 1 in and out to Secret Village and against Pendulums. We played 2 Pendulums this weekend, so Typhoon was really good. Put in a lot of work. 3 Iron Wall. This card is really funny because you can use multi-roll to set Hercules base, and then you can get rid of it, and it goes to grave because it's not banished. So you just get Hercules base every turn. This stopped an evenly matched, and I never saw it against the 2 Orcus players I played against. I played this over Lancia because I think Lancia isn't very good in this type of deck. Because you don't make big pushes for game, like your first turn. It's usually like your 3rd or 4th turn that you're killing them. So Lancia stalls for 1 turn, but like Striker's not a deck that can capitalize on it. So I wanted more a continuous thing. It was between this and DDG because they're both higher impact. Played this though because it was a continuous trap for Draco monsters.
Would you ever consider maining it in the future?
No. I don't play against Orcus a whole lot at events. I played against 2 Orcus this regional, and that was more than the last 3 events combined for me.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't play against those very often. We decided on playing System Down over the Lancia because we don't really care what you do if you're playing Orcus, because I'm just going to System Down you. And if you negate it with Crescendo, I mean, cool. I just bait out your Crescendo and I'm going to activate Engage now. So Lancia doesn't really matter if you're just going to System Down them. System Down won me 2 games, like entirely on its own. Like I was going to die, top decked it, and then was able to stall for another 2 turns and killed him. 3 Twister. You have to play back row removal. 2 Pankratops. Card was really good. I just wanted generic going second cards, and we were debating on even playing this. I hate this card. He does not, so we decided to play it. It was really good. And then you played the 3rd Nibiru because best hand trap, and 2nd Ignis because seeing this card going second is really good because it gives you a lot of value. Tributing over a trap, attacking into a monster, and they're likely to activate an effect, so you just grab Heritage, and then you make the Clara. And then it's a draw 2, which that draw 2 can get you places, especially depending on your hand. Every card needs to do something in this deck, and playing the 2nd agent is really good. We're thinking about just maining the 2nd one, because it does come up a lot. Honestly, this deck is just really good at going second. I end up OTKing 3 people by Nibiruing them, summoning a Draco and then summoning a Ray, and then like popping an Apocalypse through Diagram or the Draco monster, and that's a game. And it was really funny because this deck does not OTK outside of just summoning Draco monsters and Nibiru. So that was funny.
So is there anything in the main deck that you would change for future?
I'll probably take out the Cyclones, play the third Ash and third Nibiru.
Okay.
Ash was okay this weekend, but Nibiru was insane. I just don't know what other one card we would put in.
I know, so you weren't playing Super Poly. What made you decide against that?
I don't think it's that great, to be honest. Like, it's good, but most decks are playing around Super Poly, and Orcus, like, it doesn't matter if you Super Poly them. I wanted more outs to Thunder, but we were talking about it as just Thunder isn't that prevalent right now, or prevalent. But you don't see Thunder very often at events, so we decided not to really worry about it. Worked out. We didn't play against any Thunders.
Okay. Were there any matchups that stood out in your mind during the tourney?
My first 3 rounds of that regional were so weird. I played against Zombies, Madolche, and Six Sam.
Oh, okay. A lot of rogue.
Yeah, the rest of my matchups were meta, but like honestly, the Six Sam match was probably my closest match. He was dogging on me until I drew Nibiru.
That's what it's for.
Yeah, he had game and overextended, so I Nibiru'd him. And it took like 3 more turns until I drew an engage, and he scooped at the engage. And in game 2, I opened Nibiru as well.
That's crazy. Any shout-outs you want to give before we end the video?
Yes, the man, the myth, the legend, the great Ojama King, Alex the Bradshaw.
Oh, yes.
Almost every card in this deck is his. Yeah, great guy. And then shout out to the Guardian team, and then shout out to my boy Amadeus, the mastermind behind it all. And that's about it.
Cool. Thank you.